There is a stirring happening in the hidden places of your life. You can sense it, not because everything around you looks different yet, but because something deep inside you refuses to stay comfortable with the version of you that used to only survive. There is a pull, a gentle push, a quiet whisper that keeps telling you to prepare yourself. And even if you don't fully understand it, you can tell something is shifting. You can feel that preparation is needed. You can feel that God is arranging things for a moment you cannot see yet. Sometimes God speaks your name in rooms long before your footsteps ever reach them. Sometimes He places your story in the heart of someone who has the power to open a door you have been standing outside of for years. And even when you feel unseen, not enough, or forgotten, heaven has its own system, its own timing, its own way of moving things. When God says someone wealthy will choose you, He's not speaking only about money. He means someone rich in influence, rich in wisdom, rich in reach, someone who has the ability, resources, vision, and capacity to bring you into a place you could never enter on your own, someone whose abundance can hold and protect your calling, someone whose yes can shift the entire course of your life. But here is what we often forget. Preparation is not optional. You cannot pray for promotion and continue living like you're still stuck in the old place. You cannot ask for destiny while holding on to the thinking that belongs to your past. You cannot expect doors to open while you stay in the corner acting like you don't deserve to knock. This is not the season to shrink. This is not the season to apologize for your gift, your light, your progress, or your strength. This is the season where you rise with purpose. This is the season where you walk like someone is paying attention because someone truly is. This is the season where you place yourself in position for selection. You have been praying for breakthrough, but breakthrough is also searching for you. And the version of you that breakthrough wants to meet is not the one stuck in fear, insecurity, or delay. Breakthrough is looking for the you that is focused, the you that is steady, the you that is committed, the you that has matured beyond excuses, the you that shows up even when feelings try to slow you down. The you that knows God would not put this fire inside your spirit unless He had already completed the story in your favor. There is someone wealthy, wealthy in spirit, wealthy in opportunity, wealthy in joy, wealthy in skill, wealthy in support, wealthy in understanding, who is going to see something in you, not because you pushed for attention, not because you begged for a chance, but because you aligned yourself with what God has been shaping in you. Your name is about to be spoken in a conversation you never knew existed. Your gift is about to be recognized in a place your feet have not stepped into yet. Not by luck, but because God has been weaving you into a divine storyline that needs another person's generosity, another person's platform, another person's influence to lift you into a higher level. But when God sends that wealthy person, will you be ready to move? Because sometimes God opens a door and we pause too long. We doubt, we freeze, we try to collect every piece of reassurance we think we need. But this next door will not wait for your overthinking. This next opportunity will not hold still while you question your worth. When the moment arrives, you will have to move with confidence. Even if your voice trembles, you will need to walk into rooms that once scared you. You will need to remember that your preparation brought you to this point. You must stop questioning what God has already said yes to. There is an anointing on your life that is far too heavy for you to keep treating yourself lightly. There is favor over you that requires you to put your inner world and outer world in order. You cannot step into wealthy connections while carrying a mindset of lack. You cannot enter new circles while dragging old patterns. You cannot receive a divine opportunity while secretly believing you are not enough. If you want to be chosen, you must rise to the level of the thing you are praying for. This means clearing out the clutter in your life, not to impress others, but to create space for what's coming. It means organizing your thoughts, strengthening your character, being faithful with small responsibilities so you can be trusted with bigger ones. It means becoming the caretaker of your own purpose. It means showing up with honesty, courage, and preparedness. Some of you are about to be connected to someone whose blessing naturally spills over. Their overflow will water the seeds in your life that have been waiting to grow. Their experience will sharpen your talent. Their encouragement will spark your confidence. Their access will lift you into places where your assignment can finally breathe and expand. This is not about dependence. This is about divine partnership. God often uses people to unlock the next chapter. And this time He is sending someone who has what you need in more than enough supply. But again, will you be ready to move? Because elevation always requires movement. Sometimes physical movement, sometimes emotional release, sometimes spiritual stretching. You may have to leave what feels familiar. You may have to release people who cannot travel to the level you're stepping into. You may have to let go of the version of yourself that was loyal to smallness. You may have to stretch beyond what is comfortable. You may have to take responsibility for your growth. You may have to heal parts of you that you once ignored. You may have to walk into the uncomfortable and trust that discomfort is a sign of progress, not a sign of danger. You are approaching a moment where everything will finally make sense, where the waiting, the wandering, the stretching, the pressure, the pruning, all of it will be revealed as preparation for the door that is opening. And when you step through that door, you will not enter as someone desperate or lost. You will enter as someone steady, someone ready, someone aligned, someone who knows that being chosen is not only about being seen, it is about being prepared to handle what comes with being seen. So do not shrink right now. Do not question yourself right now. Do not ruin your own story by believing the lie that opportunity is not meant for someone like you. It is meant for you. It has always been meant for you. The stirring inside you is not random. It is a sign. The tension you feel is not pressure. It is preparation. The shift you feel is not fear. It is acceleration. Get ready. Prepare your heart. Strengthen your discipline. Build your mindset. Step into places that challenge you. Speak like someone who expects God to move. Act like someone who has been chosen. Stand like someone who knows selection is near. Show up like someone wealthy is already watching your steps. Because when the moment arrives, and it will arrive, you will not have time to get ready. You will have to be ready. And the truth is, you are closer than you think. Preparation is not just a season you walk through. It is a posture, a lifestyle, a daily choice that honors where you are going long before you reach it. There are moments in life when you can feel destiny moving closer to you, not because everything around you suddenly changes, but because something inside you begins to stir in a new way. You feel a quiet but urgent instruction rising in your spirit. Get ready. That instruction doesn't come because the opportunity is far away. It comes because it is much nearer than you realize. Preparation becomes the signal you send to heaven, showing that you are serious about stepping into the next level God has already written into your story. Many people pray for elevation but resist the inner rebuilding that is needed to sustain that elevation. It's easy to say you're ready, but readiness is not proven by words. It is proven by discipline. It is proven by the choices you make when no one is cheering for you, when no one is watching, when no one is giving you validation. Preparation is the quiet work, the character work, the unseen work behind closed doors that forms the version of you who can actually handle what you are asking for. Because blessings require more than talent. They require capacity. They require steadiness, loyalty, and a mindset that will not collapse under pressure. There is a difference between wanting a door to open and being prepared to walk confidently through that door. Many doors stay closed not because you are unqualified, but because you are underprepared. The opportunity is too heavy for the habits you still hold on to. The blessing is too big for the mindset you still operate from. The connection coming your way requires a stronger version of you than the version that has settled for survival. This is why preparation is not punishment. It is grace. It is God giving you time to build what you will need later, so you do not crumble under the weight of the blessing you prayed for. Preparation means facing the parts of yourself you have been avoiding. It means recognizing the patterns that keep you stuck. It means telling the truth about your inconsistency, your procrastination, your fear, your insecurity, and your habit of doubting yourself whenever something good approaches. You cannot bring old thinking into new opportunities. You cannot expect elevation with the same limits, the same routines, or the same emotional reactions you had in earlier seasons. Preparation demands transformation. It calls you to grow. There is a version of you your destiny requires. Not a perfect version, just a prepared one. A version that knows how to manage time, handle responsibilities, commit to growth, and show up even when emotions try to silence your discipline. Preparation requires you to build habits that match the future you are praying for. You cannot expect abundance while holding on to a mindset of lack. You cannot pray for influence while hiding your gift because of fear. You cannot ask for partnership or collaboration while guarding your wounds instead of healing them. Preparation requires honesty, humility, and intention. It also requires letting go. Sometimes preparation means releasing people, places, and habits that cannot go where you are going. Not because you are better than others, but because you are becoming better than your past self. You cannot hold on to what drains you and still expect to have space for what will lift you. Preparation requires decisions your old self never had courage to make. It requires boundaries your old self never believed you deserved. It requires discipline your old self never practiced. Elevation is costly, and preparation is the price. Preparation also means taking care of the small responsibilities with excellence. Many people want big opportunities but handle their current responsibilities carelessly. They want wealth but are careless with what they already have. They want visibility but don't build the integrity needed to keep it. They want platforms but refuse the preparation that strengthens character. The truth is simple. What you do with the little is a prophecy of what you will do with the large. Preparation is your proof that you can be trusted with more. And when preparation is happening the right way, it changes the way you walk. It shifts the way you speak about yourself. It sharpens your focus. It lifts your posture. You begin to carry yourself like someone who knows something meaningful is on the way. And that's because preparation awakens expectation. It's not pretending, it's alignment. When you prepare, you come into agreement with what God has already declared over your life. You start moving differently because you believe differently. Preparation also protects you from self-sabotage. When an opportunity arrives suddenly, unprepared people panic, doubt, or shrink. They question whether they can handle it, whether they deserve it, whether they are enough. But prepared people do not fall apart under unexpected blessings. They might feel nervous, but they do not retreat. Their preparation gives them the courage to say yes even when the opportunity feels bigger than their comfort zone. Preparation teaches you to trust the process God used to shape you. It gives you the confidence to stand in rooms your past would have told you not to enter. This is why preparation always comes before promotion, because promotion without preparation becomes a burden, not a blessing. You were never meant to be crushed by the very thing you prayed for. You were meant to rise into it, grow into it, mature into it, and become strong enough to hold it. Preparation ensures that when your name is called, whether by someone wealthy, someone influential, or someone positioned by God, you are not scrambling to get ready. You are stepping forward already aligned with the level you are being lifted to. Preparation is not glamorous, but it is sacred, it is intentional, it is prophetic. It is one of the strongest signs that you believe you were made for more. Divine alignment is not something you can force, push, or manipulate. It is something arranged in the invisible realm long before you see it unfold. There are moments in life when you don't need more effort. You need alignment. You don't need more pressure. You need positioning. You don't need to push your way into rooms. You need the right person at the right time to recognize what God placed inside you. And that recognition does not come from luck. It comes from divine alignment. There is someone whose presence in your story will change everything. Someone whose wisdom will accelerate you. Someone whose influence will elevate you. Someone whose resources will create room for your gifts to expand. Someone whose authority can unlock doors you have prayed about for years. This person is wealthy, not just in money, but in experience, vision, strategy, insight, and opportunity. Their wealth is the overflow that will contribute to your next chapter. Their abundance will wake up the parts of your life that have been waiting for the right environment. Their yes will reveal the hidden abilities in you that have been waiting for a space large enough to hold your calling. And the beauty of divine alignment is this: it never arrives too early, and it never comes too late. It shows up exactly when preparation has done its work, exactly when you have grown enough to carry what's being entrusted to you, exactly when you can walk through the door without shrinking. And when that moment comes, you will know that every part of preparation was worth it. You do not have to chase this person. You do not have to fight for their attention. You do not have to prove your worth or beg to be noticed. When alignment is taking place, God places your name on their heart. God puts your gift in their spirit. God places your purpose in their thoughts. You may never know how He did it or when it started. But alignment means someone is thinking of you, planning for you, and preparing for you in ways you cannot see. Alignment works behind the scenes, behind the curtain, in rooms you never entered, in conversations you never heard. It moves your name through the minds of people who have the authority and the ability to shift your entire life. Divine alignment also means that your connection with this wealthy individual will not be random. It will be intentional, purposeful, and designed by heaven. It will not be based on simple networking. It will be based on destiny. Networking looks for opportunities, but alignment looks for assignment. Networking is about what you can gain, but alignment is about what you are meant to build together. When God aligns two people, it is because there is a kingdom purpose attached to their connection, not just a personal advantage. This person will notice something in you that others overlooked. They will recognize your value not because you shout or try to impress, but because you are aligned. They will choose you not from pity or sympathy, but from divine leading. They will honor your gift because it fits something in their world. They will choose you because your assignment answers a need in their vision, their mission, or their legacy. Divine alignment means the connection is not one-sided. It is a relationship of mutual benefit, mutual growth, and mutual purpose. It is partnership, not dependency. Alignment also corrects timing. Some of you met the right types of people before, but it was the wrong season, and nothing came from it. But when God aligns the timing, suddenly what once felt blocked becomes smooth. The same you with the same gift becomes undeniable because the moment has matured. Divine alignment makes what once required heavy effort suddenly fall into place with grace. It does not mean everything becomes easy. It means everything becomes God-ordained. Another part of alignment is protection. Before God brings wealthy, influential, destiny-shifting people into your life, He protects the connection by preparing you. He removes the wrong people, wrong influences, and wrong voices so you will not sabotage the right relationship. He closes doors you cried over because He knows the size of the door He is preparing to open. He takes you out of environments that limit you so you are ready for environments that stretch you. He cleans your mindset so you do not carry insecurity into a room meant for confidence. Alignment requires cleansing because purposeful connections cannot survive in cluttered or chaotic inner spaces. Divine alignment also demands maturity. You must be grounded enough not to idolize the person God sends. They are a vessel, not the source. They are a bridge, not the destination. This person will lift you, but they were never meant to replace God. Alignment asks you to stay humble, steady, and focused. It asks you to understand that their wealth, spiritual wealth, emotional wealth, financial wealth, or experiential wealth, is meant to unlock something in you, not make you dependent on them. The blessing flows through them, but it still belongs to God. And in this alignment, something powerful happens. You will not have to shrink. You will not have to act smaller than you are. You will not have to hide your brilliance or silence your ideas. They will want you because of who you truly are, not who you pretend to be. They will honor your authenticity. They will appreciate your originality. They will respect your development and your process. Truly wealthy people, whether in wisdom, influence, or resources, are not threatened by potential. They invest in it. They guide it. They help nurture it. And the one God is sending to you is being aligned with your purpose because they carry something that matches your destiny. There will be a quiet moment, unexpected and divinely timed, when your path crosses with theirs. And when it happens, everything will suddenly make sense. The delays will make sense. The disappointments will make sense. The closed doors will make sense. You will see that divine alignment was never God holding you back. It was God positioning you. This connection will prove that nothing was wasted and nothing was random. Divine alignment brings strategic connections because destiny is never something you walk alone. God always uses people to move His purpose forward. And the one He is sending to you is coming with intention, with abundance, and with influence that will unlock the next level of your calling. Readiness is not something you will magically feel when the moment arrives. Readiness is something you build long before the opportunity shows up. There is a door coming your way, a door you prayed for, cried over, waited for, and sometimes doubted would ever come. But when that door finally opens, you will not have time for hesitation. You will not have the chance to gather your confidence, clean up your doubts, or rearrange your courage. When the moment comes, you must move. That is why preparation and awareness matter so deeply. Destiny does not wait for hesitation. There are moments in life when God presents an opportunity that requires immediate, bold action, not rushed, not panicked, but confident. A door that requires faith instead of fear, courage instead of comfort, clarity instead of confusion. Many people miss their moment, not because the opportunity was fake, but because they were not ready to move when it arrived. They talked themselves out of it. They let insecurity silence them. They froze in front of something they were created for. But this time is different. This time, the message is clear. When the door opens, you cannot drag your old mindset through it. Being ready to move means developing a spirit that recognizes divine timing. It means understanding that not all doors stay open forever. Some doors are seasonal. Some opportunities only appear once in a lifetime. Some connections come briefly and require wisdom and quick discernment. Being ready means your spirit can whisper, "This is my moment," even if your mind is still catching up. There is a level of readiness that requires trust, not trust in your own perfection, but trust in God's plan. Being ready to move means releasing the desire for full explanation before you act. Many hesitate because they want the entire map before taking one step. They want guarantees, details, multiple confirmations, and absolute clarity. But destiny does not usually come with a manual. God does not always reveal the next 5 steps before inviting you to take the first one. Readiness looks like obedience even when you only see a small glimpse. It looks like movement even when the whole path is not visible. It looks like trusting that the same God who opened the door will also lead you once you walk inside. God does not always show you the next 5 steps before asking you to take the first one. Readiness looks like obedience even when you only see a small glimpse. It looks like moving forward even when the path doesn't feel completely clear. It looks like trusting that the same God who opened the door will also lead you once you are inside. Another part of readiness is healing the parts of you that quietly destroy opportunities. Sometimes God sends an open door, but insecurity tells you that you don't deserve to walk through it. Sometimes fear whispers that you are going to fail. Sometimes the pain of your past convinces you that blessings like this do not happen for someone like you, and if you do not confront those inner voices, they will steal the very thing God is trying to give you. Being ready means doing the emotional work, the mental work, and the spiritual work needed to silence the lies left over from old seasons. It means refusing to allow the broken version of you to control the growing and blossoming version of you. Readiness also requires boundaries. You cannot carry everyone with you into your next chapter. You cannot drag the opinions of people who do not understand your calling. You cannot stay tied to places that keep you small. Sometimes God opens a door for you, but the weight of the people you are trying to take with you holds you back from stepping through. Being ready means understanding that rising higher often requires letting go. It means trusting that God will watch over the ones who cannot go where you are going. It means not letting guilt or comfort keep you stuck in a place where you no longer belong. Being ready to move also means strengthening your identity. When the door opens, you need to know who you are so you are not easily pushed, confused, or intimidated. Opportunity does not only reveal your gift, it reveals your confidence. When you walk into new rooms, new circles, new relationships, or new environments, you must be grounded enough to remain yourself. You must walk in knowing that you belong there, not because of your resume or who you know, but because God placed you there on purpose. Confidence is not arrogance. It is knowing you are aligned with your calling. Readiness is also about discipline. Opportunity without discipline becomes a burden. Blessings come with responsibility. When the door opens and someone influential selects you, they are choosing a version of you that is steady, committed, trustworthy, prepared, and rooted. Being ready means your habits match your prayers. Your effort matches your vision. Your actions match the future you say you want. Readiness is not just spiritual, it is practical. It is managing your time, your energy, your resources, and your gift with wisdom and integrity. There will come a moment when the opportunity appears suddenly. It may arrive through a conversation, a connection, an invitation, or a moment that looks ordinary on the surface. But something in your spirit will feel the shift. Something inside you will whisper, "This is the moment." And when that moment comes, readiness will determine whether you step into destiny or watch destiny slip past you. You do not need to be fearless to move. You just need to be willing. You do not have to be perfect. You only need to be prepared. Being ready to move is ultimately about trust. Trust that what is ahead is worth leaving what is behind. Trust that God would not bring you to a door He did not intend for you to walk through. Trust that you are capable, equipped, and chosen for what is coming. Trust that the same grace that opened the opportunity will give you the strength to carry it. The door will open, the opportunity will arrive. Someone wealthy in influence, resources, insight, or reach will choose you. And when that moment arrives, readiness will be your answer. Movement will be your faith put into action. Boldness will become your posture. and the future you prayed for will meet the version of you who is truly prepared to hold it. When you look back at everything you have survived, everything you have learned, and everything that tried to break you but couldn't, you will understand that the whole journey was shaping you for a moment that is finally drawing close. You were never being ignored. You were being refined. You were never being rejected. You were being developed. Every delay, every setback, every closed door was secretly preparing your heart, your strength, your wisdom, and your capacity for the kind of opportunity that needs maturity, clarity, and courage. This is the season where heaven reveals why you had to grow the way you did, why you had to stretch, why you had to heal, why you had to transform, because you are approaching a divine intersection where preparation meets opportunity, where alignment meets purpose, and where readiness meets destiny. Someone wealthy in power, influence, understanding, or resources is being positioned to choose you, but your preparation, your alignment, and your readiness are what will allow you to step into that choice with confidence. You are not rising by accident. You are rising by God's intentional design. So move forward with expectation. Stand strong in confidence. Walk in with faith that refuses to shrink. Everything is coming together. The door is opening. Your name is being spoken, and you are ready. This is your moment. Step into it.